For most of human history, creating was survival. You hunted. You made tools. You found food. That was everything. But 40,000 years ago, something strange happened. Your ancestors started painting on cave walls, not for hunting, not for shelter, just to create. And they spent hours doing it, in complete darkness, by firelight. Why would they do that? In 1994, archaeologists discovered something that stopped them cold. Deep inside caves in southwestern France were thousands of handprints. Human hands, pressed against stone 40,000 years ago. The handprints covered entire walls. Some overlapped, some were alone. But each one said the same thing. I was here. To create these, an ancient human would place their hand on the cave wall, then blow pigment around it using a hollow bone. The pigment would settle around their fingers, creating a perfect outline. Then they'd remove their hand and the print remained. But here's what's strange. These caves also contained paintings of animals. Lions, bears, woolly rhinos, detailed paintings, multiple colors. But these weren't the animals they hunted. Paleoanthropologist João Zilhão at the University of Barcelona studied these caves for decades. He found that the animals they painted most were the predators, the ones that hunted them. So the paintings weren't hunting guides. They were something else. Cognitive scientist David Lewis Williams from the University of South Africa realized what that something else was. He studied the act of creation itself. When humans paint, the brain enters a specific state. Neuroscientist Bessel van der Kolk documented this through brain imaging. The amygdala, the fear center, goes quiet. Stress hormones drop. Dopamine rises. Your ancestors didn't have words for this, but they felt it. In that cave darkness, holding charcoal in one hand and a torch in the other, they entered a state of flow. The shadows danced on the walls, making the paintings seem alive. A painted horse looked like it was moving in the firelight. They were creating peace in a world of constant threat. And then something remarkable happened. Archaeologist Jean Klotz found overlapping handprints. Multiple hands. Same location. Same time. This suggests ceremony. Groups of people gathering in caves and pressing their hands on the same wall together. These weren't individual artists. They were gatherings, rituals, sacred spaces where the tribe collected and said, "We exist. We are here. We matter." Art didn't come after civilization. Art created civilization. Your ancestors were living in the Ice Age. Predators, starvation, a broken leg meant death, and they chose to spend energy on creation, not for survival, but for something deeper, a need to exist, a need to be marked, a need to matter. That need is still inside you. Those handprints are still on those cave walls. 40,000 years later, you can see them. You can see the hands. You can feel the presence of someone who pressed their palm against stone and said, "I was here." Tonight, when you create something, you're doing exactly what they did. Not for fame, not for survival, just because something inside you needs to exist, needs to matter. And someday, someone will find what you made and know that you existed. They'll know that you mattered. That's what your ancestors knew 40,000 years ago. And now you do too.